She comes on like a storm, but you don't know where.
Shortly after Music Midtown, news comes out that Pearl Jam is releasing a documentary covering their 20 years as a band, which makes me feel kind of old at this point. But Pearl Jam 20 was a fantastic film covering the span of their career, their influences, themselves as individuals and as a band together. And then shortly following that, they announced the 10th album in the studio to be released, an album called Lightning Bolt. In another first, Lightning Bolt was the first album that I owned in solely digital formatting. Now, the first single, Mind Your Manners, was a little too busy for me. It just seemed a little bit forced, but the second single, Sirens, absolutely blew me away. This album, I knew that there was going to be a lot of thought here. Lightning Bolt is one of those albums that is so rich. It's like a rich chocolate cake, right? That if you were to try to eat it in one gulp, you're gonna get overwhelmed. You're either gonna think it's crap, or you're gonna think that it's just too much. And that's the way that album is. Now, personally, I was going through some really, really rocky times, going through divorce at this time. I was going through some really tough stuff, but you know, when I listened to the first album, I didn't hate it. It wasn't an immediate turn off. It was just too much. And I knew that this was something like Yield, where I needed to kind of step away from it for a while and then come back to it. And so I did. I gave it a listen, put it away for about a month, came back and listened to it again. And I did this a couple of times. This is the first time that it took me multiple listens to really, really understand and get the songs. There are some tremendous jams on that damn album. Getaway is freaking awesome. Love to see that song live, by the way, but I think it's going to be a bit of a strain. Lightning Bolt is a tremendous song. Sirens holds something very, very dear and near to me. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ballad. There are some great songs off that album. It's not one of my top 3, top 4, but it is a tremendous album. It's not a phoning it in album by any stretch, but it is a tremendous effort. It's an ongoing great album from the band, and I can't say anything more than that. It's one of those albums that Robert we were talking about it the other day. He likes it more than I do. He loved it right out of the gate. It's different strokes, different folks on this one. This one took me a long time to really warm up to, and maybe the more I listen to it ongoing, the more it will grow on me. But every single song on that album, literally every single song, is solid. I can't really pick any of them apart. They're beautiful and well written. Anyway, this is 69 Days and Counting.